name is Naija Barbie, and I'm here today with Demonds Carter, the founder of Purple Charlotte Steppers, and we're going to discuss his journey through the dance world. So Demonds, thank you so much for being here today. We're so excited to learn more about you, so you can give us some information about your 14-year history in the dance community here.
Of course, I'm glad to be here talking with you as well, Naija Barbie. Well, it's a funny story. 14 years ago, I was in Charlotte, North Carolina, where I currently live, and my best friend wanted to start a football league for youth, and I engaged him in helping get that venture going, and he had a problem with getting parents more involved, and I said, well, we should do something, maybe like a cabaret type of event where we invite parents out to get engaged and kind of talk about the plans for the Little League. And so we called some of my friends from Ohio to come in to teach some beginner classes of Detroit ballroom, and we said we would have a cabaret. So at the cabaret, we had the instructors, huge band, and it was not the best success of an event, but the instruction, we had so much reaction to the instruction that we said, well, let's do it again. So we did 3 events, and then we stopped doing events and went strictly into doing classes. And for 3 months, I flew instructors in every week to the Charlotte area to do classes. And we partnered with the YMCA at that time, and it took off like wildfire. I wasn't expecting to have that much success. And so I then began to teach the classes myself on a weekly basis, and from there we've become a landmark, I guess you could say, or a staple in the Charlotte community, and now more of a national recognition by doing partnerships and workshops and things like that across the country with other groups and organizations.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's been fun. I've really enjoyed it, and it's funny how your life turns you one way. You think you're going to go this way, and you go another way. And I'm just thankful that I didn't stop, and that I kept going and was able to meet so many good people like yourself.
So tell us, how did you come up with the name Purple Charlotte Steppers?
Okay, so when we first started, everybody thinks that I named the organization because I'm an Omega, I'm part of the Omega Psi Phi fraternity.
Okay.
That's not the case, okay? When we first started, initially we wanted to have a building. So we were focused on getting a building so we can do classes and events in one location. And my partner at that time, William, was from Charleston, South Carolina. And I have family near the Myrtle Beach area. And we would travel down there, and we would always see the hotel buildings that are white stucco, and they have the black lights up, and the buildings look purple, like they were glowing at night. And we just loved that look and effect. And I said, man, if we had a building that looked like that, what could we call it? So we brainstormed, couldn't figure out anything, and I called one of my creative friends, Brian, and I put the idea to him. He said, hey man, just call it Purple. And that was the building name. And so as we talked about this building, I said, well, we need to start a group where people can join and take classes. What would we call the group? Well, if it's at the building called Purple, we should call it Purple Charlotte Steppers. So we started the group, and we're still looking for the building.
Soon to come, I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
That's great. And so how did you become a master instructor of the dances?
So I was first certified as an instructor by Donald Gardner, who was one of my primary instructors early on, and who was certified by Grandmaster instructor Ed Anderson out of Detroit. And Ed has been, he was one of the founders of Detroit Ballroom. And so Ed and I developed a really good relationship, and he had a group organization called North to South Connection. And after about 4 or 5 years of teaching, they took notice to my level of instruction, and were very impressed about what I had created in Charlotte, and how I structured the dance and the curriculum that I started to implement. And they approached me and said, we think it's time for you to be a master instructor. And so brought me to Detroit, and then certified me as a master instructor. And so I've been focused on making the dance as simple as possible to learn. Any dance style that I teach, Chicago stepping and Detroit ballroom, I want people to be able to grasp it quickly and start dancing. I don't want people to spend 10 weeks in a class and then say, now I'll go out and dance. I feel like you should go to one class, go out and dance. And so that's how I became a master instructor. So
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm happy about that.
So I hear you talk about your curriculum. Is this something you've created? Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, it is a curriculum that I created, and it was pretty much from the foundation of all of the learning that I received from Ed Anderson, from Donald, and taking advice from them and from trial and error and teaching students and seeing what works effectively and what doesn't work effectively. And over the years, I just started to put together names of different combinations, different moves that ingrain the count of each dance, and then putting those moves into combinations, and then structuring it over a 10-week period. And so basically, we start off day one through your 10-week process, and from there you test out, then you move on to the next level. We have 4 levels of instruction for Chicago Stepping and Detroit Ballroom.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I love it. I've certified 5 instructors now, and as far as certificates of achievement of proficiency for students, probably 8,000 or so over the last 14 years. So it's been a great journey, and I'm just glad that people have allowed me to be a part of their dance journey, and that I was able to bring people, connect people together, and just bring something different to their life and get them engaged with something that they probably would have never been engaged with before.
Thank you so much for your time today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.